Hello, my name is Brad McClure, and I want to welcome you to our channel. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video today. In April of 2021, we was at the Virtual Ford Day at OSUIT in Okmulgee, Oklahoma, visiting with Ford ASSET. Today, we're going to be hearing from Bryan Gray. He is the Ford ASSET instructor, and he has got some great information about how to become a sponsored ASSET student at an Oklahoma Ford dealership, what it's like during a Ford ASSET Students Day. We're going to look at the shop that they work in. He's going to talk to you about their workstations, some of the tools they use, and everything in between. So come with me as we take a look at Bryan Gray and the Ford ASSET program. I help automotive service technicians get jobs at Oklahoma Ford dealers. I'm the Ford Dealers of Oklahoma's technical recruiting liaison. I facilitate and initiate the hiring process. If you or someone you know would like more information, please contact me at 918-928-7433. Email me at fordokptc@gmail.com. Be sure to check out our other videos, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell to be notified of new videos. Now let's get back to it.
Again, my name is Bryan Gray. I'm the ASSET instructor here at OSUIT. We're located in Okmulgee, Oklahoma, which is about 40 minutes south of Tulsa and about an hour and a half east of Oklahoma City. In order to be part of the ASSET program, you do have to have a job working at your local Ford or Lincoln dealership, and that's where you'll be sponsored and that's where you do your internships. While you're there on your internships, you'll also be earning money. It's a job. It's not just learning. You're actually getting paid while you're there. And when you're there, you'll be paired with a mentor, and that mentor basically takes what you learn here in class and adds on to it. To become a senior master technician, this is the program that you want. You can become senior master technician if you work at the dealership. However, the ASSET program shortens the time down to about 2 years. When you leave here, you'll be 95% certified. There's a couple of certifications that Ford wants you to take at their own training facilities, but here we go from basic electrical all the way through diesel. And we take what the training center does and we take it on a basic level so that we add more information, not just that, okay, we understand that maybe you know what you're doing and we're going to fast track you through. No, we actually take the time, we sit down with you and make sure that each person in the class actually learns and has a better education, a better understanding. We go a little bit more in depth than what you would at a training center. And again, it takes that 5 to 10 years of becoming a senior master technician for all your certifications, and we shrink it down to 2 years. And we do learn on the real thing. The shop cars in here, they're actual cars. We don't have cutaways. We don't have things that, we actually put you with a car that like you would in the shop, like in a real world situation, and you learn that way. So in the program, it's 2 years. You're here for about 7.5 weeks in class. In the morning, and then you have your general education classes in the afternoon, and the other 7.5 to 8 weeks you're out at the dealership. The way it works with the hands-on here in the ASSET program is we go really in depth to the hands-on. It's not just a lot of lecture. It's not like here's the information, here's a handout. You actually get the experience in like a real-world situation and real problems on the vehicles. If you went through the ACE program, all your web courses actually transfer over into the ASSET program. That's once you get to your dealership, they'll actually just type in a couple things and all that stuff that you did transfers over so that when you're in class, you're already a step ahead of everybody else by not having to do your web base when you're here. Here at this location, we do have on-campus housing. A lot of the other ASSET programs, they do not have housing, which makes this location here at OSUIT unique from all the rest. See, now is basically time to get in with the dealership because the summer months are coming up. We highly recommend prior to coming to the ASSET program, if you can get in at the dealership and start working over the summer, you're actually acclimated and you're actually a step ahead of anybody who just starts when they go on their first internship. They have a lot more success in the shop working at the dealership over the summer if you can, and it works out really well that way. The technicians are in high demand. We have a whole generation of technicians that are senior master tech that are getting ready to retire across the board around the whole country, especially in Oklahoma. we definitely have a serious need. And again, with becoming a Ford Asset student here at the OSUIT, basically, you get just about 100% of your training for Ford. It's 2 years, and you earn while you learn. You're basically when you're working on your internship, it's not just for work. You're actually getting a grade. You're actually starting the process of getting ready to actually fill out your work orders and everything. So everything is relevant. It's not that we have you doing stuff is on the Ford side that isn't going to make a difference in the dealership. Semester right now, the course that their students are in is diesel. We have 2 diesel trucks down there for the on-vehicle part. What you can't see is some of the stuff we do on the bench. So you actually take in the components that are on the vehicle. You take them apart to see what's inside, how they work, put them back together. On the vehicle, you actually hook up the scan tool. We use IDS through Ford. We have the VCMM here, which has the oscilloscope and everything built into it, which is very helpful. That's stuff that they have in the shop, so we teach on it so that they're actually up to date on how they actually talk to the vehicle. And they do the whole scenario from they verify that there is a problem, they hook it up, find out what the problem is, they go through the workstation, go through the workshop manual, follow the pinpoint test, and actually determine what the problem would be, just like you would in the shop. We go through every step, just like in the real world.
Processes.
And as you can see, and here at the campus at OSUIT, again, Okmulgee is pretty easy to find on the map. It's just directly south from Tulsa, east of Oklahoma City. Here on campus, we do have the gen eds here, and we also have childcare. So if anybody has that situation where they might need daycare or anything, we also offer that here at school as well.
And one of the over 21 housing downtown. Really,
and if you are over 21, instead of staying in the dorms with all the younger students, like I said, if you're over 21, you can go downtown and stay at the GoPo and have more of a private setting where you're roomed with another person that's in a separate bedroom, but it's set up like kind of like a flat, I guess you would call it. It's got a central kitchen and everything, and then you have your separate rooms. So that's just an option if you're over 21. Some people I have a student that's actually staying he's got a trailer at a local RV park, so he's doing that. So there's more than one option as far as housing goes. Again, childcare if you need it.
So what does a typical day of an asset student look like when he comes in? What time do you start? What time do you finish?
Typically what happens is we start at 7:30 in the morning, every morning, Monday through Friday. Right now we're doing blended, but we're switching back to normal classes. We're removing some of the restrictions. And 7:30, first thing we do, make sure everybody's in the class. We go over some of the material of the mechanics of what we're doing, a little bit of the information, and then we come out to the shop or go to the lab and we're actually doing hands-on. We spend most of our time hands-on. We try to keep the lecture at a minimum. We try not to do death by PowerPoint, but we know that some of that lecturing is necessary. We just try to make sure we keep that part to a minimum so you can actually use your hands, get in there, and actually practice what we're talking about.
So when they go to the dealership, do they just watch somebody work, or do they actually get the hands-on?
When you're at the dealership and you're with the mentor, you're actually working side by side with somebody. You're actually doing the work. Once the mentor is actually comfortable with your level, they'll say, okay, here's the job, here's the ticket. Go from figuring out and doing the diagnosis all the way to fixing it. Usually in the beginning, they'll have you help with the diagnosis and replace parts if necessary and go from there. So you're not just standing around watching somebody, you're actually working side by side with someone who knows what they're doing, and they're guiding you through the process on how to do things.
So you have people of all ages, you have them coming in. Do they have to have career tech?
No, you do not have to have career tech. We start off on a 0 level. Everybody is basically treated the same, so that I understand that some people do have the previous knowledge, but I teach it as if everybody's at a 0 level so that nobody's left behind and everybody catches all the information and everybody moves up together rather than someone just not really getting it. We make sure that everybody understands what's going on.
Okay. So when you go through, you get anything from Ford? I mean, you just because you did the training, does that make you any different than the guy that went to training at a career tech? I mean, do they get anything? The
training at a career tech is more ASE focused.
Right.
For Ford, we don't focus on the ASE, we focus on the way Ford Motor Company wants you to fix the cars. Yes, the ASE is relevant, that information is good to have. Those certificates, if you do have your ASE certificates, we can give you up to 11 credit hours of PLA, which is prior learning assessment, which basically shortens your credit hours for your internships.
Yeah. So do you get some kind of credential instead of ASEs for your training at Ford?
For each, we have Each different web-based course that you take, you get a certificate that says you are certified in that area. For each course we have electrical, electronics, steering and suspension brakes, climate control, engine repair, engine performance, advanced engine performance, manual transmission, diesel, automatic transmission, and differentials. Each one of those you'll be certified in, fully Ford certified.
So when you come out of Ford ASSET, you're basically certified. You can work on anything from bumper to bumper.
Absolutely. The way we teach it is bumper to bumper. There are some shops that specialize the individuals where, say Axel's he's going to be diesel. Another student is going to be transmission. We teach all of it. So, because there are some shops out there that you do work bumper to bumper. And it's better to know bumper to bumper so that if you're the diesel guy and something else comes in, you're like, well, I can't do it because I don't know. We teach you so that you can actually work bumper to bumper.
So how long does it usually take for somebody to become a senior master tech if they don't go through ASSET?
Typically, the numbers that I've seen without going through the ASSET is 5, 10, 15, 20 years, just depending on the dealership, how fast they can get you to the training to get certified. With ASSET, it's 2 years and you're fully certified.
That's it.
And
That's a good deal.
like it was mentioned before, the 2 years you're in the ASSET program counts towards the 5 years of being a senior master tech.
This is my contact information. 918-928-7433 is the phone number. FordOKPTC@gmail.com is my email. This is our QR code that you use this. If you want more information, basically you get on there. It's a survey. You fill out your name, your address, your phone number. That gives us an idea of where you live, and we go in and we can focus on what dealers are in your area. If you have a specific dealer that you're wanting to work at, you can note that in there. If there's any special conditions that you have, there's a place for notes. If there are any accommodations you have to have. So this is a very valuable tool for us. This is how we can connect you to where you need to go next. If you're coming to Ford ASSET, if you want to go to an ACE program at a high school level, if you want to go straight into a dealership and become a lube tech, entry-level technician, or if you're already a technician, you're a senior master tech from another place, fill out this survey and I can connect you with the dealers in the area you're wanting to go to so that you can be a good fit. You can scan this or you can type in that long web address there at the bottom. Take a picture of it with your phone if you don't have time to QR it right now. This is the code that you want to scan if you want more information. When you fill this out, I get this information. I'm able to get it to the dealers that need your information, and then we'll start working on getting you started in a good career, a great career. I want to thank you for your time and watching this video. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification. As we make more videos, we'll put them out there for you. Thank you.